Hello there, and welcome to another training documentary video. Today we'll be hitting arms, traps and delts. I will explain how I approach certain aspects of my training, the reasoning behind some of the decisions that I'm making, and provide commentary on my execution and form. This way you can get valuable insights and ideas and improve your training quality. I am Panos, let's smash it! I am starting the session with heavy dumbbell curls in the 8 to 10 rep range. I've been doing those for the past year and a half and the progress I see is phenomenal. Prior to my first working set, I'm doing 4 to 5 sets where I gradually build up to my working weight. The second set has the exact same goal with the first one, 8 to 10 reps as close to failure as I possibly can with the same weight. One warm up with my working weight. Let's do it. For the hammer curls, I aim to hit 10 to 15 reps for variation, trying to control the eccentric as much as possible and approach failure, well, as much as possible again. For the last set, I dropped the weight to stay within my targeted rep range, as I barely managed to get 10 reps in the second set. And that was it. 5 sets are more than enough. Biceps killed for the day. Triceps next. I do 2 to 3 warm-up sets in the kickbacks and I'm ready to go. I try to have my arm in parallel with the floor here and really focus on contracting my tricep. I don't really think that I'm moving my arm here, I just try to focus on squeezing my tricep. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna let you stare at my ass for a whole 2 minutes. I do 2 sets per arm in the kickbacks, aiming for 12 to 20 reps, but I kinda messed up here and I only got 10. That's a new schema, so I'm still finding my ways around it. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm pushing my sets close to failure. On the day and presses, I do 3 to 4 warm-up sets again, exactly because the schema is new and I need some time to find my ways around its movement. In a few weeks, I will probably need 1 or 2. If you are not giving enough time to warming up, give it a go and try to really feel the exercise before jumping into the first set. You will notice that you can feel your working muscle better from the very first set. And in some cases, you might see some performance gains. Going a bit heavier here, 8 to 12 reps instead of 12 to 20 for the kickbacks. And I'm focusing on squeezing my tricep again on each and every rep. I really try to bend my elbows as much as possible here, and therefore stretch my triceps. I like to think JM presses as a mix of tricep press and skull crusher. And I'm preferring these over the skull crushers because these hurt my elbows a lot. So if you also have elbow pain or any discomfort on your joints, just give them a go. These sets are probably 1 to 2 reps in reserve. I haven't done JM presses in a while, so I'm still getting used to them and I don't want to push to complete failure yet. Generally, that's how I approach any new movement. I am giving 2 to 3 weeks to find out where my limits are, and after the 4th or 5th week, I try to push each and every set to failure. Next, moving on to shoulders and starting with the side. After 2 warm-ups, I'm doing 2 sets for each side. 10 to 20 is my targeted rep range, and these are my last few reps of each set. And that is why recording your sets is important. You can see that on every next rep, I am bending my elbow more and more. This way I am taking away leverage from the cable, making every next rep easier. And that's not what we want. We really want to do consistent reps and let the muscle fail when it cannot perform another rep. I tried to execute it better on the next set, and I didn't manage to match the reps from the previous session, but that's totally fine, because we should always aim for quality over quantity, and any improvement in form or execution is still progress. Next, I am doing 3 to 4 sets of pump check, just to make sure that the blood is where it needs to be, and once that is done, I am moving to the traps. For the traps, I do 1 warm-up set just to feel the weight, and I'm jumping straight to the first working set, where the targeted range is 10 to 20 reps again. Here I noticed that my traps can handle more, but my lower back started to get sore from the bending, so I cranked some more reps standing. Next time I will try both sets fully standing. because we want our failing point to be our targeted muscle. If my lower back is in pain and I cannot perform another rep due to that, I am taking away potential gains from my working muscle, which is the traps. This rear delt row is fucking torturing. Still finding the best setup for this, but I think I'm going to go with this one. I try to keep my elbows as flared as possible to target my rear delts. Pushing close to failure on this feels really challenging, so I close my eyes and keep executing until my arms cannot move fully, or basically until I cannot perform at least 50% of the range of motion. And yes, what I consider failure here is not being able to drive my elbows past my jaw. I generally like to do that for most of my back exercises because I have noticed that for me and most of the people that I have worked with, reaching failure to the back is a bit more complex than with other muscles. If I consider a set taken to failure just because the range of motion became 10% less, then I am most likely leaving 4 to 5 productive reps in the tank, and along with this, I leave a big amount of gains on the table. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you liked the workout and if you learned something, or if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them.